morning, Rotary Charities.
You know, we always point to the very biggest things that Rotary Charities has done, the State Theater, the Park Place Hotel. But at the same time, many program grants had been given every single year.
Today, Rotary Charities has become a little more of a catalyst in the community to kind of open up the dialogue about systems thinking and collaboration.
What Rotary's come to right now is beyond the kind of 101, how to run a nonprofit stuff, which is really important, and we need that kind of education. They've started doing these really deeper dives in strengthening individual leaders and individual organizations in a way that's beyond educational and pointing toward the transformational.
We would see an issue come in through grant applications from multiple organizations that all revolved around the same systemic issue. We started to think about how we could increase our impact of our grant making by looking at things more holistically.
We're going to attack a problem at its roots. Like, everybody has that experience of, don't pull the dandelion out unless you're going to pull the roots out because it's going to grow back. And that's what we felt like was happening over and over. As a foundation, those that had been around even longer than I had, saw ourselves investing in the same issue, the same solution over and over again. And we wanted to see if there was a way to stop that cycle.
Those systems problems, those problems of a community that are just so multi-layered and there's so many threads running through them, you have to be flexible. You might work towards a solution on one aspect, but that's changing as well as new problems are arising. So collaborating, making sure that the dialogue is part of the process, and always reevaluating. I think that's what the systems practice really does.
As a board, we really started to realize that we needed to do something different. Didn't really realize what it was. Also felt a little bit constricted by the routine of the grant making at the time, but we knew that something else needed to happen and we needed to explore that.
We don't want to just continue to treat the symptoms over and over and over again. We want to go upstream and treat the cause so that no one ends up with these symptoms in the future. We want to make transformative change.
More than one time that we've gone to Rotary and said, hey, this is what we're working on, this is what our challenge is. And the great thing about Rotary is that sometimes it's this direct help that's very useful, and sometimes it's directing to their networks, which is really valuable.
I think Rotary Charities over the years has developed a great skill as a community convener. Rotary Charities is able to bring together the nonprofit, the for-profit, and the government aspects of our community and bring them to the table.
Because the work is hard, and I would say we can do hard things, we can't do them alone. It's going to take all of us, and all of us working better together, and we are more together than we are alone.
My hope for Grand Traverse region is that we continue to move on a path towards more inclusivity and equity.
The other thing I hope we're doing is getting our region maybe prepared for what I think is a shift in philanthropy. A lot of foundations and the federal government and the state government are waking up to the fact that we need to try something different, that we need to work together systemically or we're never going to change things. The more we help folks in this region work in this way, the better prepared we are to leverage resources from lots of other places too.
Organizations are always growing and changing, and certainly if they're listening to the community, then they have to grow and shift and keep up with what the community is asking for.
It's so clear that our economic environment, our physical environment, and our social environment are all just integrally connected. And they have to be in sync if everything's going to keep working smoothly and if the community is going to continue to develop in a positive way.
The power of that collective, collaborative thinking and doing is what's going to move our region into a more healthy, thriving, resilient space.
I think the future of this organization is as exciting as its history. The organization, I believe, will continue to fine-tune its impact that it has on the region here.
One of Rotary's core values, really across the world, is the belief in the common good. That inspires me to come to work every day.